contradiction in the case where you're talking about things in different respects, because they'll be presupposing that there's some equivocation going on between the propositions. But you've already clarified that there's no equivocation because you're both talking about the same goddamn reference. Right?
I just explained to you why there wouldn't be a contradiction. So how did you adequately like respond to that point by saying that the referent is the same? How does that now like
Well, you
satisfy?
kind of overcooked your own point by you agreeing that you're talking about the same subject, because so it couldn't be about different respects, right?
Wait, can you formalize this? Let's just give like I can just ask you, can you formalize this argument or this contradiction?
Sure, it's going to be like a modus ponens argument. So if it is the case that postulating two mutually exclusive properties entails a contradiction, then postulating humanity and divinity towards Jesus would be something which is contradictory. That's going to be premise one. Hold on, just relax. Relax. Just calm down. Premise two is just stating that is the case that postulating two mutually exclusive properties is going to be something which entails a contradiction given your own concession in this conversation. And so the conclusion of this argument is going to be, quite frankly, that postulating or predicating humanity and divinity towards the same subject, which is Jesus, the divine logos, would be something which is contradictory. So tell me which one of the premises you would reject.
Premise one, because premise one is not exhaustive in the numerous conditions required for a contradiction.
When you say it's not exhaustive, are you saying that premise one is going to be involved in like some sort of universal quantifier?
No, I'm saying premise one doesn't have the second condition I enumerated for a contradiction.
What do you think premise one is stated? If you can you like repeat back to me what premise one is stated for the voice call, please? Let's see if you're on track with the conversation.
I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't prove premise one is true.
I'm not saying that you failing to track premise one is going to prove premise one to be correct. I'm just saying you failing to track one is going to confirm my suspicion if you not track what's going on in the conversation.
But let me just...
Oh, it actually would, because if the conversation hinges on premise one and you do not track premise one, then you're clearly not tracking the conversation.
That doesn't follow either. You're saying the argument as it
Yes, it does follow, because the crucial element of this conversation hinges on premise one being correct. If you're not tracking the crucial elements of the conversation, then you're not really tracking the conversation by definition.
Crucial, and I reject analytic truth, so that's not going to work either.
So are you going to recapitulate to me what premise one is going to be, or are you going to be dodging my question as a means of hiding the bare fact that you failed to understand, track, and actually memorize premise one because you are a dumb fuck Christian retard?
I haven't tracked like the trivium or taken a single course in rhetoric. So
what sort of misinterpretation of the Trinitarian position do I have? Because I can define social Trinitarianism, I can define Latin Trinitarianism, I can define all the main models of Trinitarianism and explain to you as to why I'm not strawmanning the position.
We never even spoke of strawmans or models or interpretations.
You know, it's not really confidence, right? You're like dodging my question. Yeah. You're not even repeating back to my premise one actually is because you forgot the goddamn fucking premise. And I want to go off into a meta dialogue where you just talk to yourself and not actually just the goddamn argument. So could you repeat back to me for the audience? Could you repeat back to me for the audience? What, do you want me to get retarded? Do you want me to get retarded? Calm down. Do you want me to repeat back to the audience what premise one is? Yes or no?
Sure. If we're going to be interested in a good faith conversation, I mean, sure.
I thought we were having a good faith conversation until you were like dodging my question and not repeating back to my premise one actually is. Yes, you did. I asked you to repeat what premise one is, and then your response was you not being able to repeat what premise one is would not be something which proves premise one, as if that was ever my argument. And that was a dodge to my actual demand. So could you repeat back to me for the audience what premise one is? Thank you.
I told you to put it in the side chat, and I just said if we're being good faith, we can continue the discussion once you put it in the side chat. So
what is premise one? What's premise one?
Put it in the side chat.
So you don't know what premise one is, correct?
I mean, I can try to. I don't verbatim.
You said specifically that it is not the case. My argument follows. You said premise one is non-exhaustive. That's what he said verbatim. So if you're saying premise one is non-exhaustive, clearly that presupposes. Second warning. Don't let me get retarded. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, you're not gonna get.
You made the claim. You made the claim that premise one is exhaustive. So I'm asking you.
No, I said it's
explain
not.
to me what premise one is stated.
I said it's not.
You said it's not exhaustive. I'm asking you to explain to me what premise one is.
I'm saying it's not exhaustive from the mere fact that it doesn't.
What is premise one?
Of a contradiction.
Yeah. What is premise one?
Be like a modus ponens, right? So it's gonna say if like this referent has like mutually exclusive properties, predicates, whatever, there's gonna be a contradiction. Premise two is gonna be like substituting in like an instance, like there's gonna be this subject or this referent or this supposite in this case, which is logos, is gonna have these mutually exclusive properties. Therefore, it's a contradiction.
What defines mutual exclusivity in the context of logic?
What are you? Wait, you asked me what defines? I don't know what's the semantic reduction on defines here.
I don't know what part of the question was hard for you to understand, but I'm asking a very basic one-dimensional question. So I'm expecting like just like a basic explanation of the concept, right? Unless you don't know what it actually means, right?
Now
I'm
you're
pretty sure
gonna
you do, right?
so just to be clear, actually, it's your primacy. So I don't know why you like moved away from that point. So I was tracking the conversation. And
No
you
one is
know,
moving away from any point. It's just a matter if you're dodging my particular points right now. I'm asking you to define what mutual exclusivity actually is.
no, that's another question. The first question was whether or not I was tracking. It's clear that I was, considering the fact
Well,
that
clearly that you were not tracking because you got premise one wrong because you forgot to say that the consequent of the repetition of the conditional sentence in the first premise is incorrect.
This is not what
Huh?
you said the first time. But again, yeah,
Yeah, I
I
never
just gave
required you to say something verbatim. I'm just asking you to repeat to me what the goddamn premise is, and you ran away from the fucking question.
a reason to reject premise one, but I did. So I was being charitable. So go ahead and prove
Well,
premise one.
saying in the conditional sentence that I was claiming something to be contradictory is not going to be fully encapsulated proposition, or rather the consequent of the
Wait, are you just
proposition.
trying to Apollo? Are you just
Hmm?
saying I didn't verbatim repeat premise one? Is that what you're just saying? You're
No,
just
it's not
saying,
just a matter of you not verbatim doing this. It's a matter of you missing on the crucial element.
wait, can you repeat that again? Your mic cut out or
I'm saying it's
enunciate.
a matter of you missing out the crucial elements with respect to me particularly pointing out the contradiction in the affirmative proposition that Jesus is both fully human and fully divine, granting the antecedent of the first premise.
Antecedent
That's
is
what I was
false.
saying.
Yeah, the supposition is not granted, not what?
What supposition is not granted, retard?
Yeah, the if, the conditional, and the antecedent.
So you
Not
don't
what?
grant it to be the case that
No,
mutual exclusivity being affirmed in the conjunctive proposition
it's
entails a
yeah,
contradiction.
not enough. Yeah, it's not exhaustive. It's not exhaustive enough.
That's just analytically true. That's just entailed
No,
given
it's
how
not.
logic works, right? So
Wait,
mutual exclusivity.
no,
Can
I'm
you
not.
just calm down for
I'm
a
not gonna get.
second, right? So
I'm very calm.
wait, hold on, just a second, right? Because you're saying it does not entail this. What's your conceptual assessment of mutual exclusivity
Wait,
logic?
what are you talking about? Like, you think I have to give some type of account for my conception of mutual
You don't know what
exclusivity?
you're using
Because
words you don't understand. You're using words you don't understand.
yeah, I can't. I do understand what I mean by them, but I don't understand what
Okay,
you
so
mean by
tell
them.
me. So just relay back to us what your understanding is by explaining the goddamn concept. Go for it.
But that does not mean I understand your concept of mutual exclusivity, given
I'm
the
asking
fact that we
you how it's defined in the philosophical literature when you're talking about mutual exclusive
give
properties or mutual exclusive relations in
hold on.
propositional logic.
This
Huh?
is why Muslims wonder. Okay, yeah,
Why are you
I'm not
dodging
gonna
so
grant
badly, dude? Just answer the question. It's not
now
that
you're
hard.
getting to the right, but that's fine. Okay, it follows therefore that since the very fact that premise one is rejected, the
So the
supposition.
definition of mutual exclusivity is it follows therefore that what, sorry?
I'm explaining you the rejection of premise one and why your argument doesn't like
No,
the argument is.
I'm asking you what is mutual exclusivity? Define that concept.
Yeah, I take mutual exclusivity just to be something that's contradictory. I don't have like an
Okay.
account and I
So
have to
you
give it.
agree that it wouldn't tell a contradiction. There you go. Holy dude.
Yeah,
That was easy.
yeah, the dispute is narrowed by the very fact that the meta-linguistic disagreement is over whether or not the contradiction is literally adequately gonna be
You're
in
lost in the
one.
fucking sauce, you dumb fuck
Why?
retard. You filthy pig. Let me just rerun the conversation, okay, you monkey? So what you said originally was that it is the case that being fully human and being fully divine is something which are mutually exclusive properties. Then you agreed that the proposition that's going to be affirmed by Trinitarianism is that Jesus is both fully human and fully divine. So you'd have to agree. So you'd have to agree that it is contradictory, given the fact you just agreed. Given the fact you just agreed that mutual exclusivity entails contradictions. It's
Are you
defined in
slow?
the contradictory text.
The
Hmm?
condition
What's
for
up?
a contradiction is not enumerated given the
The
premise one.
condition you said that mutual exclusivity is defined as something which is contradictory. Then you agreed originally. You agreed originally the conversation that divinity
You
and
realize
humanity is something which are mutually exclusive. So that means you cannot affirm that Jesus is
you
both fully human and fully divine without
I
affirming
would
the contradiction, given your own definition. Right? So you just one point. What's up?
Because I would
Can you try the
distinguish between what
conversation?
mutuality is, which is contradictory, the very conditions by what something
You don't know
is a
what's going on,
contradiction.
don't you?
Oh
You don't
my
know what's
goodness,
going
I
on,
would
do you?
this for you this
Take your time.
time because you sometimes that just rhetorical farming during
Yeah,
a
my brain is
dialectic is
just
going to
like
get
moving at
convicted,
like
but it's
freaking like 1,000 times the speed of your brain. Actually, it's like
very fact
crazy. No, it's
that
insane. You know, you're getting
so
intellectually blitzed. Oh
I
my
can
god, dude. So
execute you.
are gonna concede to the content, the
There's no
nature of the proposition.
contradiction given the fact that the second condition by what the
Agree they're
contradiction is.
mutually exclusive, so you'd have to agree they're contradictory because you define the mutual exclusivity as
No,
something
that
which
was
is contradictory.
something is contradictory, but that doesn't mean the
You're making
application
it
of what
sound for yourself. What's going on, dude?
is
Mhm.
satisfied by premise one.
Yeah, take your time. So, you agree that mutual exclusivity is going to be defined as something which is contradictory. Then you agreed originally that it is the case that humanity. You're scared. You're actually so scared. Wow, I never expected this. But you originally agreed though. Just ignore your insecurity. Which is why you're interrupting every single time making this sentence. You agreed originally that. Hold on, just calm down, dude. Wow, what's going on? Wow, just relax, dude. But you did in fact agree. What? Just relax. Don't get rhetorical, okay? I'm literally just using. I'm literally just using 1.2% of my rhetoric. Just calm down, dude. So I'm just trying to
Dude,
make the point pretty clear, okay? Dude, just stop. Just stop, okay? The rhetorical
finding
demons is tempting me right now. Just calm down. So I'm
I know
telling you, I'm
right.
telling you, dude, stop. Okay, let me just finish the point. So I'm telling you that in the context of the conversation, you defined mutual exclusivity to be something which is contradictory, and you originally agreed on the proposition that humanity and divinity and being fully human and being fully divine is something which is mutually exclusive. So
Are
it
you
would entail the proposition. Stop. It would entail the proposition that it is contradictory, and so your position is contradictory.
Yeah, the response to the principal difficulty is as follows. Given the very fact that the application for what a contradiction was not satisfied by premise one is false, the supposition is not granted. Also, the conclusion is false because in a modus ponens argument, right, the premise would have to be considered true, right, for the argument or the conclusion to be warranted.
So I'm going to give another modus ponens argument since you're failing to track the very basic tenets of the conversation, and maybe this time I can register through your thick skull, right? So
All
premise one,
sources,
right? Premise one, if zero agrees that mutual
I
exclusivity entails contradiction, then it would be the case that
well,
zero
at the
agreeing, then zero. Oh, look at him just running. He's running. My son, my seed. It's my son. Stop.
ask
My
for
son,
to
stop. Just stop.
given
Just
inquiry
stop.
that I
Just stop. Stop.
by
Stop
the
yapping,
dialect
dude. Stop
arm that
yapping,
I'm
dude.
to progress the
Don't
conversation.
let me get rhetorical. Don't let me get
Yeah,
rhetorical. Last warning. Okay.
get
So
rhetorical, dude.
premise one, premise
This
one,
guy's
premise
awful. You
premise
want
one,
to guys. He's
premise
spitting it
one,
out.
premise one.
Oh
If
my
zero
god,
agrees that mutual exclusivity, right, is something
son.
which entails contradictions, then it follows that zero agreeing that humanity and divinity are mutually exclusive would be a contradiction. Premise
What's
two,
there?
zero agrees on the proposition that mutual exclusivity entails
I don't.
contradictions given how it defines mutual exclusivity.
I didn't
Conclusion,
mention helmet.
zero
I didn't
agrees,
mention.
stop talking, you retard.
Straight.
Conclusion, zero agrees
No, bro.
that
This guy's
affirming
intellectual.
Jesus to be both human and divine would be contradictory.
The fact that he
There you
can't
go.
regulate his own in a given dialectic. But he never responded to my rejoinder regarding premise one or
I
his
responded
only
to all the
argument.
dumb shit he just said, and I explained as to why I
He didn't
conceded the proposition.
repeat verbatim my expectation of the response to the principal difficulty.
You said it relies on the supposition, which is false, and there's a condition in the first premise which you do not grant. But all of this is not going to be a bare fact. Stop talking, my son, my seed, my sperm cell. Stop talking. Okay.
Somebody said I
Now
wasn't
that is
taxing
going to be something which does not have any relevancy or pertinence to the bare fact that given the agreements, you dumb fuck illiterate, filthy pig, it would in fact be the case that your position is going to be something which is contradictory because you agree that mutual exclusivity is something which entails contradictions.
rhetoric. Every time a competent Christian gives them like a
You're not even
belt, he
competent.
has
You're like one of the worst Trinitarians I've ever faced in my entire life. What are you talking about?
you think a
Who's telling
hypothetical
you that you're
conjecture
competent? Which retard is tricking you to believe that you're competent, dude? Which
given the
retard is
fact
thinking? Which retard is
that
tricking you to believe in that you're competent? What's going on, dude? What's going on, dude?
group by some goons in my own server to think I'm winning a debate right now. This is the point that I'm talking about.
Holy
All those
dude. Bro,
sessions,
you've been hanging out with some low tier Pokemons, dude. What's going on? Which retard tells that you're competent, my guy? Like, what's going on, dude?
so it's
Dude, you're not
evident that I'm
competent.
confident.
I'm sorry.
Mere fact that every single
It's
time
evident that
we
you're incompetent given the fact you've been
the last time
failing to try the points in the conversation. But
we ran
we're
a
gonna go on. We're gonna go on to conclusions. We're gonna go on to conclusions.
and
Look,
now we're saying we're going
case
to
closed,
contradict
point proven, you got your back blown out. Let's have the conclusions.
the first argument that you gave, which is simply the fact that the second condition for the application of a contradiction given Aristotle's account of what a contradiction is, affirmation, negation, at the same time, the same
I
respect,
have a
was not
question for you, by the
satisfied
way. When you're done rambling, I have a question for you.
friends that I did not grant. So I didn't grant the supposition. The second condition was not satisfied for the application of a
Womp womp
contradiction.
womp 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 womp. Are you done? So my question is, just given what has happened in the conversation, do you think you performed well in the conversation?
Of course, I
Like
did.
genuinely?
It's pretty evident.
Okay.
It's
Okay. Retards are entitled to their own dumb fuck delusional opinions, so that's fine. I just wanted to
that
test what your honest opinion of the conversation actually is. But
saved
we can get to conclusion.
ego from getting stomped on even more because apparently no
I
one else
literally
is proud
shoved
of
my
you.
rhetorical meat down your throat without your permission. What are you talking about? Who got stomped?
Now,
You got stomped in the conversation. You got dick slapped across your face. You had no means of retaliation. You're just a dumb fuck
now we have
delusional Christian retard who can't track, who can't speak, who can't argue, and has no rhetoric, no good argumentation, no good dialectical tracking skills, and is currently getting your back blown the fuck out in front of 10 plus people in a voice call. You are looking bad in this conversation. Who told you they're competent, dude? What are you even trying to do right now, dog? You got your anal virginity ripped fuck out and taken away from you in front of 10 plus in the voice call. This is embarrassing, dude. What are you talking about? Talking about some. Oh, I stomped you. Nigga, you did not stomp shit. You agreed to your own position being contradictory after agreeing that mutual exclusivity entails contradictions and agreeing that the position that you're adopting would be encapsulated mutually exclusive properties. You dumb fuck
right
retarded debater. You are
somehow
actually retarded. You are actually a low functioning autist, by the way. And just to be clear, I want you to reflect back onto the conversation. I want you to reflect back on this dog shit
we
goofy
have
buddy
to go
performance, and then come back when you actually gain the knowledge, the intelligence, the tracking skills, and the rhetoric and the argumentation to keep up with me in any way whatsoever in this sort of dialectic. Okay, so what we're gonna do, what you're gonna do right now, since you got your back rhetorically blown the fuck out, is we're gonna head to conclusions. Starting off with you giving your own conclusions because I'm done dick slapping the special ed authors online because I feel bad for you, dude. I feel bad to be cyberbullying some dumb fuck reads who can't track conversations and who can't track his own concessions and who can't track his own contradictions. Just like you cannot track the very fact that your own position entails a contradiction. You're looking bad right now, dude. Now, what we're gonna
literally
do right now, retard, son, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head to conclusions, right? We're gonna head to conclusions. So
some
we're gonna
guys
head to conclusions, son.
give
So
big.
I'm gonna give the conclusion, or you can give the conclusion first. Which one do you pick, retard?
I already gave the conclusion. Let's clear everyone.
Okay,
My
so you gave the
conclusion.
conclusion, gap into yourself. So I'm going to mute you right now, and I'm going to give my conclusions. Okay, retard. So here's my conclusion for the debate. So quite frankly, what's happened was the retard made the claim that it is the case that humanity and divinity are being fully human and being fully divine are mutually exclusive properties. Then he defined mutual exclusive properties or mutual exclusivity to be something which entails a contradiction or which is in fact a contradiction. So he blatantly concedes to the proposition that the firmament are predicated humanity and divinity to the same subject, Jesus, which is the divine logos, would be something which is in fact a contradiction. So he agreed to his own position being contradictory, which is the debate proposition, and so he lost the debate. He got dick slapped and blown the fuck out, and that's my conclusions. I warned this retard multiple different times to stop interrupting. Don't let me get rhetorical. He forced me to pull out the rhetorical demons, and now he got his back ripped the fuck out as a result of this. So now that's basically the conclusion of the debate. Hopefully, you can just come back in a couple months' time after you've done any sort of research on what are you talking about, retard. So that's basically it. There you go.
Damn.
Saved.
Holy fuck. That shit was amazing. You're actually a fucking go, Apollo.
Is there anyone else want to debate Zero, or is there anyone else want to debate me, or is that basically it?
Nah, I don't think no one else is gonna
Nah,
stand up
bro,
to you, my king.
I just never met him though. Just thinking like cry.
My king is crazy.
Just
Holy dude.
answer.
He said he gave conclusions, so we're gonna take his word
Kids, no,
for it.
nobody's here can
Yeah, you
follow, bro.
yeah, the recording speaks for itself. Apollo got destroyed. Yeah, who's gonna defend Zero
Zero,
for me?
bro. Like, why is your phone so garbage, bro?
Mic out of your like damn mouth
I'm not even gonna close my mic
and
out of here,
enunciate your
bro.
words properly so we can hear them. Thank you.
Make what?
Is he talking to himself? Because
No,
we kind of
he's
agree
trying
that
to
you're
talk
better
to
in
me,
MC.
bro. But like, his phone's like mic's so garbage, bro. Oh my days, bro.
But yeah, who's gonna record me? Obviously.
Oh, Chief, man, damn.
Anyways, I like to regulate. Oh yeah, in this rec, bro. Send a
Yo,
record.
Shanks, bro, Shanks.
It's me straight on my
This
YouTube, bro.
advertising's good, please.